95 with me, Sally Musa, and Sharif Hamidi. Now, this is a story that is nothing if not inspiring. Dr. Khaled Suwaidi is hoping to inspire UAE residents to follow in his footsteps as he gets set to embark on a 40-day run from Abu Dhabi to Mecca. Now, Dr. Suwaidi is an Emirate National Relations, and he has shed, get this, almost 50 kilos in just 3 years after putting on his running shoes to boost his own health. And he now joins us live on the line. Good morning, Dr. Khaled.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're great. It's fantastic to have you with us over the line. We will get you into the studio soon. But yours is a stunning story. Take us back, because no matter how you look at it, it's amazing. How did you start running? And particularly when you say that you were, in fact, 50 kilos overweight.
Well, you know, the story is, looking back at it, it's an incredible story. I was obese 3 years ago, facing a lot of medical issues, and I decided to make a lifestyle change. It was a slow process, but thankfully I managed to lose 57 kilograms in 3 years. And one day I became a father to twins, and I realized that I needed to be a role model for them. And I also wanted to experience some struggle in life. You know, I felt I was in the comfort zone, and I hated running, with all honesty. I thought that if I could start running, I would grow as an individual.
You know,
and
that's exactly what Kobe Bryant was saying. You know, he wanted to be an inspiration for his children. It seems like it's a common motivator.
Oh, most definitely. You know, I was thinking about the many things I could tell my son or my daughter in the future. You know, that I have a job. We all have jobs. We're all bound to have jobs, and you know, these are the basics of life. But I want to do something special. At the same time, give back to the community. And lucky enough, I thought about running from the East Coast to the West Coast of the United Arab Emirates, non-stop. It was an idea that sounded impossible. But like I tell many people today, preparation is the key to life.
That's right.
If you're prepared for anything, any barrier life throws at you, then you can definitely do anything you want. And with zero running experience, from October 18th until my run from Fujairah to Abu Dhabi, I ran 2,800 kilometers.
Wow.
Being flat-footed, and it was difficult. It's not something that's glamorous. Preparation or training for anything in life is always behind closed doors. No one gets to see it. It's between you and yourself. But you know, people today, they want to see the end result. And, you know, I urge a lot of viewers to look at the preparation as time to reflect on who you are as an individual and your capabilities, because that end result is the celebration to everything you prepared for.
But Dr. Khaled, I mean, it's crazy when you think, you know, how did you do that? How did you, like you say, it is really difficult, especially when you're so overweight, to go, I'm going to run, I'm going to do this. And what was that like? What was in your head that got you through it and got you running? You were flat-footed, but just got you there where you became a runner. How do you go from, you know, no movement at all to being a runner, an ultra runner even?
It's all about the mindset. You know, I at a certain point from November until the middle of December, I was physically in great shape, but I needed to be mentally prepared. And it was all about being mental preparation. It was all about understanding that, just like in life, this ultra marathon that I was going to take on was going to try to break me at any chance it got. You know, sometimes we shy away from the difficulties, but lately I get uncomfortable when there's no difficult situations in front of me nowadays, because you keep growing as an individual once you face difficulties and overcome them. And that's the beauty of ultra running or running long distances. You're going to have to make decisions on the spot. It's going to help you outside of, you know, running as well. It's helped me greatly. But at the same time, it's a life-changing experience. It's between you and yourself. The only person who's going to get you to the end of the run is yourself. no one's going to help you or can help you.
I must say, Dr. Khaled, I'm definitely feeling the inspiration. I was actually quite disappointed when they told me that you weren't going to be in the studio today, you know?
Yeah, inshallah, I'll
you have to come, you know? I mean, you can run from Abu Dhabi to Sharjah real quick. Like, that's nothing for you, right?
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
So, but, you know, in the spirit of inspiration, tell us about the Rahma Run and the inspiration behind it, because you are running for a cause.
Yeah, so I ran the Rahma Run last February. My father, His Excellency Dr. Jamal Sanad al-Suwaidi, he is a cancer survivor. In 2003, he was diagnosed with cancer, and I witnessed his battle with cancer. I witnessed him, and I saw the drive, his determination in his eyes from day one. He really set upon defeating this treacherous disease, and I didn't run from Fujairah Abu Dhabi for fame. I did it for giving back to my community. Us as Emiratis, we're very, very lucky. We live in a country where our leadership give us everything we want and the necessary tools to become the greatest version of ourselves that we can. And so it was very important for me to give back to the community through this cause. My father then established Rahma Cancer Patient Care Society in 2005. And since then, actually 2013, and since then, he basically has helped over 70 cancer patients in the United Arab Emirates through this initiative, which is it was very exciting. Fast forward 7 months later, this documentary also the proceedings of it goes back to the charity as well. So it's for a charitable cause, and it's just the whole goal is. We have a problem of obesity here in the United Arab Emirates. It's a big issue. You have kids from the ages of 11 to 17, 38% of them are obese. And if you fast forward, our human resource, our capital, they're the future of our country. And I really believe that people need to see that an individual like me who came from an obese background was able to do something this extreme with a smile on his face, through preparation and through the decision that he needed to take care of himself in order to take care of others.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Khaled, yesterday we were talking about the Kobe Bryant and his routine and Mark Wahlberg and easy routines. I mean, Kobe Bryant, he's a venture capitalist right now,
yes.
And he wakes up at 4 a.m, works out, and he's all about bulking up. Mark Wahlberg has an even crazier schedule. He wakes up at 2:30 in the morning. Could you take us through your routine? I'm very keen in learning a thing or two.
I'll give you an example of today. For example, I woke up at 4 a.m. I ran around 17 kilometers.
Wow.
I'm back home right.
Hang on, you've already run 17 kilometers.
Yes, I have. And then, so I'm back. I've been running for 199 consecutive days as of today. I'll get to that in a little bit, but everything's detailed. One day I'm a vegan, one day I'm a vegetarian, and the third day I'm a pescatarian. I've used this type of eating for the last 6 weeks, just to bring my body fat and my weight to running, the running weight I want to start my next journey in. And then I go to work, and then after work I train for around 2 hours 45 minutes. In the gym, whether it's functional or weightlifting.
Beast mode, huh?
Yeah, you have to keep up with the body, and just the whole point of my training now. I mean, as you guys know, my next journey is running from Abu Dhabi to Mecca, February 1st, 2019, in remembrance of the martyrs of the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia and Arab coalition that lost their lives in order to make our lives and the United Arab Emirates a safe country.
That is very, very noble. MashaAllah.
2,070 kilometers. Just to show respect to their heroism, their determination, their sacrifice, in order to make our lives really safe. It's a long journey. It's going to take me 38 days, around 53 kilometers a day. And the whole purpose of my training now is to try to simulate how I'm going to feel like in day 20 of running 53 kilometers a day. And the point is to not be 100%. And that's why I pushed my running to 199 days. Most probably I'll take it to 220 and then stop and then create a new program. But the whole point is not to be 100%, and to make sure that I can still physically be capable with my central nervous system being around 50%.
We want to come back in just a moment. Stay with us on the line, Dr. Khaled, and talk to you further about exactly how you're going to do it and how we can do it along with you. What is it that we can take away from this? What can we do? That's coming up next on the Morning Majlis on Pulse. It's the Morning Majlis on Pulse 95, and we are speaking live to Dr. Khaled Suwaidi, who plans on running on February the 1st from Abu Dhabi to Mecca. It's just the latest in his ultra runs. As we said earlier, Dr. Khaled, you're not just a runner, but you are an ultra runner. And kind of take us through that difference between being just a runner, because most of us kind of just aim to run that marathon, once a year or whatever it is. But actually, no, some of us do that. Most of us are probably couch potatoes. But so what's the difference?
Well, I think every ultra runner will tell you the definition of ultra running is anything that's over 42 kilometers, which is a marathon. But in my opinion, ultra running should be any distance over 300 kilometers.
Whoa.
That is, after around 180, 200 kilometers, that's when it gets interesting. That's when there's a lot of decisions to be made.
You got to wait for quite a bit before it's interesting.
Can I continue? Why am I doing this? Is my body, your body sometimes will send you a signal saying, are you trying to kill me? But it's all in the mind, I'll be honest. Like I was saying in the beginning of this show, preparation is so important. In ultra running, in life, in work, in school, if you're prepared mentally, then once you control the mind, you control the body. And that's what I truly believe in.
But, this is, and that's a very important point. And you'd see people normally, like, they go on and off, and it's all about the mindset. So, yes, you have that runner's high, you work out. But how do you maintain your drive and endurance? I mean, you've been running for, you said 299 days consecutively?
199 days.
199. I mean, that's just
even within one run. Like you said, over 300, that's what you're talking about when you talk about ultra running. How do you maintain that endurance? And what are you thinking about?
I was talking in NYU Abu Dhabi yesterday, and I was telling the audience that secretly, without knowing, all of us Emiratis are truly built for endurance. We just don't know that yet. We didn't. If you look back at the earlier days of this country, we were built on endurance, and I think we have it instilled in us. Just because of the climate, the terrain, but at the same time, our bodies are incredible machines, and they get used to the type of exercise, workouts, programs, lifestyle that you choose. It takes time, but the body does get accustomed to it. Running 199 days was an idea. I wanted to run for the whole year every day, and then I thought about it, and a smart way I couldn't do it because I'm starting my journey on February 1st, but it's become the norm now to run minimum of 17, maximum of 30, 35 a day. And something I really enjoy as well. It's not like you need to know your why. You need to know why you're doing something, and I definitely know my why. I'm all about giving back to the community. These journeys and ultra runs I do for community awareness, and I do it because I know that I'm capable of doing it. We have to all be honest with ourselves. If you put in the work and you build something called self-confidence, obviously, and I'm really confident going into my next journey.
Dr. Khaled, just a couple of last things for us who are, like we said, we're the couch potatoes. Like you said, it's a majority of people. Kids are particularly impacted now by a lack of exercise, by a lack of activity, by unhealthy eating habits. How do we begin to change and maybe not become an ultra runner? Let's be realistic here. But how do we change what we're doing?
In terms of the youth, I think teaching them young is really important. My kids are almost, they're 1 year and 1 month old. They eat a lot of fruits.
We can hear them in the background. Is that them?
Yes, Yes.
Good morning to them. Sabah al khair. How sweet.
And my daughter especially, she loves fruits. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., I'm actually a fruitarian, so all I eat is fruits.
9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
You should come up with a book with all of these.
I should, right?
No, seriously, like with your diet and your workout
Definitely.
plan. I think
yeah, of course. But
I'd be interested.
Is, a lot of people, sometimes they give athletes a lot of hard time, saying these athletes they live the good life. I can swear to you that the life of an athlete isn't an easy lifestyle. It's all detailed, timings of eating, timings of training, trying to fit in spending time with your family, your work. There's so many things that go on.
Of course.
But in terms of food, I perform my best when I'm a vegan. When I'm eating the solely plant-based foods, it's helped me. Plant-based foods is something that I stopped eating meat and chicken for over a year now. It's really important to understand that they're medicines. They're natural medicines. I don't take any painkillers. I have no swelling in my legs from all this running. I've put in around 7,000 kilometers since October of running. And it's solely based on the fact that I eat a lot of plant-based foods, a lot of fruits. I keep hydrated. I drink around 20 liters of water a day.
20, that's 20, right?
Yeah, 20.
Wow.
Because I need to, basically, from all that.
Obviously, yeah.
But with youth, we have to teach them young. I'm seeing a lot of improvements and initiatives coming from our country in terms of making people move more. And in terms of the couch potatoes, at some point, someone's going to have to ask themselves a question. We're given one body, and we need to take care of it. It's not replaceable. And we need to take care of ourselves because, a wise man once told me, my father, that if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. I really, looking back at my journey, one great thing that I can take out of this whole experience and this roller coaster of years is that I can share my personal experience from something I call self-experimentation with my community and eventually with my children as well.
Dr. Khaled Suwaidi, it's just been an absolute pleasure. We are going to have to get you back into the studio. We would love to have you here in Sharjah.
Dr. Khaled, I want to go on a run with you,
Whatever you want.
I'll try to keep up with you, but hey, I'll give it my best shot.
Inshallah. Thank you for inviting me to your show. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll see you hopefully again in Sharjah, and all the best with your plans and your preparations for your run.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a good day, guys.
And you. It is the Morning Majlis on Pulse 95. Fantastic. Absolutely amazing. That was Dr. Khaled.